Awesome. Okay, guys, welcome to our Body Electric weekly webinar. It's our second one of 2017. We're just beginning January nice and fresh as a two-time elite team. Again, congratulations to you guys. It's an awesome feeling to have flowers delivered to your doorstep and to receive messages. I got a little postcard from Carl Deichler, which is cool too. But it's really one of those things where it's like, gosh, I've even considered de-pedaling all these flowers and mailing you guys a petal of the flowers, but we have over 500 coaches on our team, so there's no way I can do that with just this little bouquet. But I truly do feel like it's a team effort, and this is, we're an elite team. I'm not just an elite coach. So grateful for you guys, as I know that I feel that way. But tonight we're diving into a topic that I'm hoping will sort of run as a core theme throughout the entire year for 2017 and beyond. Some of you guys who've been around, those of you who are veteran coaches who've been around for at least a couple years, you've heard the terminology being thrown around of the leadership ladder. I think we might have done like one presentation on it one time, like a year or so ago. We kind of left it in the crowd after that because it can be very detailed. But I really feel like after some recent training from Melanie Mitro, who's the top coach, third time in a row, she's the top coach in the network. And also just from brainstorming with a little mastermind group that I'm a part of, I really feel like I've gotten a good grasp of it. And I think I'm going to really be able to help you guys elevate to the next rung of the ladder. So let me talk a little bit about that mastermind group that I'm a part of. This is really exciting for me. I've been communicating to my life coach, Amy Snow, recently, that I feel like I really need to level up my leadership, and I really need to surround myself with people who make me feel like they're smarter than me, and that they make me feel like I'm really, leveling up. And so it just kind of happened upon my circumstances, I guess. Erin and I work well together as success partners, and she's been working with Meg Wazinski for quite some time. We've also each had correspondence with Jen Delvaux. She was like one of the top 40 in the network this past year, and a few other coaches, a handful of coaches that are all top 200 elite coaches. And so we've kind of formed this awesome little, there's like 6 or 7 of us. So it's kind of a little mastermind group. We're actually going to be doing a mastermind with Amy Snow ourselves, just so we can get to know each other better. But one of the topics that came up early on in our conversation and getting to know each other was the leadership ladder. And so this is something that you're going to see some resources that I'm going to unveil to you guys tonight that I'm hoping you'll be able to use yourself and duplicate down into your teams. But all of this stuff that you're going to see was created by the 6 or 7 of us. So hopefully we have enough brain power behind it that it will be useful for you. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen, because otherwise I'll forget to do that. So hang on one second. Okay. All right, cool. So I'm just going to totally skip over weekly announcements. We're going to just dive right in. Like I mentioned last week, hopefully you guys are seeing the weekly announcements. They're posted on Sundays in the team page. There's no point in going over it. It's like, my hometown church, like they have all the announcements on the back of the bulletin, and then they still go over all the announcements. It drives me crazy. So hopefully you're just reading the back of the bulletin, and you're reading that section of our website every week, so that we don't have to regurgitate it here. So I want to just dive straight into the content so that we have some time for questions if you have any. There's going to be some pieces of this that you're going to feel like I'm just glazing over, but I feel like once you download the files that we now have at our disposal, it's all going to kind of make more sense. So the go forward homework is hopefully going to make all this come full circle for you. So for those of you who are new to the leadership ladder, or maybe you just need a refresher, let me just tell you this. It's a pretty cool thing. It's a visual representation of hitting different benchmarks in our business. So hopefully you've already kind of pulled open your Coach Online Office. Right there in the center of the screen, it looks like this, right? There's these 4 tabs kind of on that little middle grid, and one of the tabs is for the leadership ladder. Hopefully you've already looked at what your leadership ladder rung is. Okay, so that will help you tonight as we go through what those phases are. But the nice thing about it is that they equate to different levels of success in the business. And so what we used to find prior to 2016 was that we would have coaches that would be shooting for diamond, because diamond to them meant a solid income, and it meant recognition, and it meant all these awesome things, right? But then they would hit diamond, and trust me, I know plenty of coaches who've achieved diamond status, and they're making like a $15 or $30 check each week, which is totally not the idea of success for most people as far as the financial opportunity goes. So Beachbody decided to come out and say, hey guys, guess what? Rank doesn't always mean success. This, however, does. The leadership ladder does, because you have to have achieved certain benchmarks in order to officially have that ladder level as part of your recognition. So it indicates, where you are now, where you have to go next, and what those little benchmarks are that you need to hit in order to go up to the next level. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Okay, so my main takeaways for you for tonight, number one, is to know what your current leadership ladder level is, right? Like no one should be on this call right now going, I should look at that. Hopefully you already have, or you're pulling it up right now to see what it is. If you're a brand new coach, it might look blank, right? You might be brand new to this, and that's okay too. This is the perfect time to learn. So the next thing is I want you to know what it's going to take for you to hit the next level. So step one in this business is always understanding what you have to do in order to improve. And then once you do that, and once you start working on that, then you start to know how to help your coaches do the same thing. There's always two pieces to everything that we do. We do it ourselves, and then we duplicate it, okay? So as you're taking notes tonight, hopefully you're taking notes on your particular level of the ladder and what you have next to do, but also you're gonna hopefully duplicate this and share this with your team. Get them listening to this recording, and make sure you're able to answer their questions. Okay, number two, the leadership ladder encourages you to look at more than just your rank, like I mentioned. So your leadership ladder level is what equals success, not your rank in the business. So not emerald, not diamond, not star diamond, but your leadership ladder level. Number three, if you're looking to capitalize on income, this, my friends, you should take very, very seriously. We're going to talk a little bit about how, what I mean by that. But this is the sort of bread and butter of our business. This is something awesome that Beachbody has put together for us to understand. And then last but not least, start your coaches with one goal in mind, which is to become a business starter and then a team builder. This should be something that goes into your initial conversations with your brand new coaches. Okay, so we've had all kinds of stuff. Like I used to lead getting started calls, and the focus of my getting started call would be about building them to emerald. Okay, and so I would talk about the customer lead program, and I would talk about what it means to hit emerald. And guess what would happen? Coaches would hit emerald, right? They would sign their spouse, or they would find a way to get to emerald. They would start getting those leads, and then they realized that, wow, this is kind of anticlimactic. Like this isn't really that exciting to hit this rank, aside from the recognition, right? And that's because they weren't seeing a whole lot of other success aside from just their coach shouting them out for that emerald rank. Now, I want to focus on helping people understand how to achieve business starter. Guess what's included in business starter? 3 Lives Club. So 3 Lives Club becomes the center of our conversation for our initial getting started call. We talk about nothing else aside from this being their first goal and how to start in Coach Basics. There's no other topic discussed in our initial getting started call. That's why those calls are typically only 10 or 15 minutes for me. Okay, so this is, and this, you guys have access to all this stuff. These are screenshots that I've taken out of the Coach Online Office. But basically, you can even see here where there's a video of Michael Neiman explaining the leadership ladder. So if I'm sure if I don't make sense to you, Michael Neiman will. So you can always go to YouTube and search that, or find it in your online office. But this is what we're looking at. This is the overall, I guess, like big picture of the leadership ladder. So really briefly, broken down by rung of ladder, this is what we're looking at. Business starter is the first benchmark. It's the first level. Right? It's the first step up the ladder. Your commissions are 100 per month, Success Club 5, and the highest paid rank is coach. So basically like your newer coaches striving for Success Club 5. Second level of the ladder is your team builder. This is what you're going to be talking to those new coaches about shooting for, right? 250 in commissions per month, Success Club 5, Emerald or above. And then they also should be looking to have 2 personally sponsored coaches that have at least 1 Success Club point. So the team builder level is the first level that we start to see coaches having to duplicate success, having to bring on board coaches who are also changing lives. Okay, and then the final benchmark is, of course, the 200 team volume points on their weak leg. Okay, level number 3 is team leader. So here's the funny thing. There's sort of a big drastic jump between team builder and team leader. You're gonna see this here. $1,000 in commission per month, Success Club 5, diamond or above. Then you double those numbers for the duplication of success. 4 of your personally sponsored coaches have 1 or more Success Club points. And look at the team volume, my friends. The weak leg has to jump from 200 TV to 5,000 TV. We're gonna break this down even further. I just wanna make sure you guys see this. The majority of coaches in the network, so 500,000 coaches, most of them are between business starter and team leader on the leadership ladder, right? So you can still be an extremely successful coach and be a team builder or team leader. It kind of just depends, in my opinion, on your weak leg volume, right? Okay, so organization leader is when you really start to see, this is where you see 2-star diamonds and above, $2,500 commission per month, Success Club 5, 6 of their personally sponsored coaches are having points on the board or they're helping change lives, and their team volume goes to 15,000 TV. They also, at this level, add a category for personally sponsored team leaders. So in other words, 2 of their personally sponsored coaches have to have met the benchmarks that we just went over for team leader. Executive leader, my guess is, this is like the tip of the funnel, right? This is like our, I don't even know, like 0.0001% of coaches are executive leaders. A lot of like our 15-star diamond coaches we see as executive leaders. 8,500 commissions per month, Success Club, 5-star diamond and above, 8 personally sponsored coaches with Success Club points on the board, 50,000 team volume points, and then 4 of their personally sponsored team leaders, 4 of their personally sponsored coaches are team leaders. Okay, so you get the big picture of kind of what we're looking at, hopefully. Okay, so here's your requirements for the first rung. We kind of just went over these, so in case you want to screenshot this, it's probably, by the way, going to be easier for you to screenshot some of this than it is to take notes. But at this level, in my opinion, when you're a business starter, you are a challenge pack rock star. So you're pretty new into the business, most likely. You have the level of coach. You're not yet an emerald, but you've figured out how to make that success starter thing happen, right? Maybe you've qualified for your call with Carl Deichler in your first month, or even your New Orleans summit ticket, your free summit ticket in month 3. But at this point, from a financial perspective, you're looking at a very dominant commission-based income because you're brand new, right? You haven't built a team yet. You're just bringing in commissions. The second level is team builder. This is where we start to see that grow on itself a little bit. You're starting to recruit coaches because you have that team volume on your weak leg, right? You're at least an emerald coach. But again, dominantly looking at commission-based business. We have a crisis in the other room. Hang on one second. Okay, it's bedtime at our house. Okay, the third rung of the ladder is the team leader rung. Remember, we talked about how there's a big jump from team builder to team leader. This is where we start to see where, even though we see people as diamond or above at this level, like I said before, you could be a diamond coach but not have the other benchmarks met in this category. So at this level, it's important that all of these things are met, because at that level, you're building an organization and you're building a solid and substantial cycle bonus. The team cycle bonus is the dominant piece of earning a significant income in this business. It's really nice to be able to, like for us, for us to adopt a child and to step away from the business slightly. I was still posting on Facebook, right? But for me to step away from the business, but earn a really nice team cycle bonus while we were away. I didn't have to rely on just commissions. So a lot of times when you get questions from new coaches, this is the number one question that I get. Well, why would I sign a coach when I make more commission on a customer? Because we're looking at long-term and we're looking at significant income building. And in order to do that, you're wanting to build a team of people who are doing the same thing you're doing, duplicating success. Okay, so the third and fourth rungs, organization leader and executive leader, we went over the the parameters already, so I don't want to regurgitate that. So hopefully if you want to screenshot it, you can, or you can find it in your coach online office. So here's where, you know, Chris did the math for me on this. So I'm pretty sure it's right because he's really good at that. So he took a look at, you know, what we'd be looking at as far as the cycle bonus for each level. Okay. So business starter, we've already identified, right, that they're earning $100 a month in commission. They're breaking even on their Shakeology. They're almost breaking even on their Shakeology. One thing that this does not factor in is the Beachbody On Demand All Access Pack, right? That is a higher volume and a higher commission. So we're looking at like old school, just Shakeology here when we're talking about this. Team Builder is earning $250 a month plus $28 in cycle bonus. Team Leader is earning $1,000 a month plus $900 in cycle bonus. Do you see that ginormous jump, you guys, from Team Builder to Team Leader? Organization Leader is earning $2,500 plus $2,700 in cycle bonus. Executive Leader is earning $8,500 plus $9,000 in cycle bonus. So you can see how these sort of like double or quadruple on each other as you go. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that like if your online office tells you you're an organization leader that you're getting a check for $2,700. This is just our estimations of what we'd be looking at for this. Okay, so hopefully that's making an impact on your brain right now, because I know we don't talk a whole lot about income in this business, and I always like to say the disclaimer that the income that we earn is a direct reflection of the lives we're changing, and we help a lot of people. This team helps a lot of people. We're really good at it. And so, but it's important that we cover this because I want you guys to be successful, but I think you're only going to be successful if you can focus your goals on the levels of the leadership ladder as opposed to rank. So this, my friends, the whole point of what I've been sharing with you is to tell you that this is why growing your team is so important. This is why building an organization and duplicating success is more important than bringing on like 45 customers a month, right? I really feel like if you can focus on bringing on a couple coaches or a couple customers a month, helping them succeed, helping them have results in their challenge group, your business is going to progress at a fantastic rate. Okay, so here's where I'm really excited because this is where I feel like I can finally help you. This is where the little mastermind group that I'm a part of has come into play. I could only screenshot so much on my screen, so this isn't even the full document. This is just a quick, just to have it here in my slides. But this is an actual document. So the screenshots you're gonna see in the next few slides are actual documents that my little group has created for you. Guess what? They're on our website because Ashley's a rock star and she already uploaded them. So I sent her a message, 45 seconds ago, and she already has them uploaded because she's just awesome like that. So if you go onto our Body Electric website and click on the documents and resources, you're gonna see all of these little task lists by rung of the ladder. Okay, so business starter, team leader, team builder, etc. This is your daily to-do list to help you level up to the next level of the leadership ladder. It's also, as you can see over here on the right-hand side, it also identifies for you what activities should be included in your power hour. So I've had so many one-on-one calls with a lot of my personally sponsored coaches in the last 2 weeks, and 80% of you are asking me the same question, which is, well, I feel like I'm kind of stuck, or I feel like I need to get to the next level. I'm not sure what to shoot for, and I'm not sure what I need to be doing every day. This is going to tell you what you should be doing every day to hit the next level, okay? So no more excuses. So this is the business starter checklist. You can kind of get a feel just by glancing over it. Obviously there's a focus on the vital behaviors, and then you can see the power hour activities have to do with checking into challenge groups, checking into the team page, growing your network, following up with previous people that you've talked to before, and responding to messages. This is just part of this document. I could only screenshot so much, but this gives you something to put into your planner and something to focus on every single day. We have the same exact thing for team builder, right? The next level of the ladder. And then of course we have the same thing for team leader. So does this make you excited to finally feel like you have like exactly what you need to know? And here's the cool thing, remember, it's not just about what you are doing, but now you have something to tell your coaches to do. So when you're having calls with coaches who are like, I don't really know what to do besides drink my shake and press play and post on Facebook, now you have something that you can give them. Here's what excites me the most. this, when we were sitting down to discuss this and to create these sort of power hour to-do lists, the question came up, well, what about those coaches who are just kind of like, maybe they've been in a challenge group and they've come on board as a coach, but they're still unsure about the business and they don't really know if they want to pursue the business. They just want to, they're kind of just doing it because they want to stay on track with their own health goals. We created a little to-do list for them too, because that to me is, there's not much difference between a person who just wants to work on their health goals and that person working the business. There's not much difference. The only difference is what they decide to share publicly, right? So there's still an emphasis on personal development. There's still an emphasis on the vital behaviors. The only difference is we're asking them to share that journey through their social media. And we even included in here to plug into team calls. You guys, do you realize that, like, okay, so when I sign on a new coach, even if that coach is like, unless they've threatened to come to my house and put a knife to my throat, they're being added to my team page because I want them to have the opportunity to pursue the business. Okay, so even if I feel like this person's never gonna work the business and they just wanna save 25%, I'm adding them to the team page because you never know. You never know when they might wanna pay it forward. And how are they gonna know what we really do as opposed to what they think we do if they're not put in that environment? Right? That's how I feel, and that's how the mastermind group of us felt when we decided to add the to-do list onto the to-do list to plug into team calls. Because there's no reason why a challenger who has the official title of discount coach, right, who's somebody who just wants a discount, why they can't be included on our team calls. They're a coach. Why not hear more about what we do, right? So we've included that there too. And then when they're ready to pay it forward, here's the little half step to paying it forward before they start shooting for business starter. This is where they start to really plug into the challenge groups. They start checking into the team pages, and we just kind of slightly elevate their to-do list to get ready for that business starter level. Make sense? Awesome. Okay. So this is the overall picture. If we were to put all of those little to-do lists into one ladder ourselves, this is what it looks like. This file is also available to you. So this is cool too. So you can even track the progress of your coaches. This is a way for you to give them, I was talking to one of you guys yesterday and we were talking about, I'm trying to remember the exact context, but this has come up multiple times where, I'm talking to a coach who's helping a coach. And the common question comes up of like, well, I don't really know what to do with this person next. Hopefully, this is going to tell you exactly what you're going to be doing with that person because you're giving them something to follow. And so you're throwing the ball in their court and saying, here's what I want you to do. I want you to follow these activities for the next 7 days. And then when you get to the, next Wednesday or Thursday, I'd love for you to schedule another call with me so that we can go over what you've been doing. And then when you have your call, your agenda is already made for you. Hey, how did it go in, how did your drinking your own Shakeology go this last week? How did pressing play go? How did it go to share your journey on Facebook? And that when you start to see what activities aren't happening, you're going to understand why they're not able to elevate to the next level. And they're going to see that too. Okay. All right. So last but not least, I couldn't screenshot it because it's sort of this like weird long document, but we have something that is called the Leadership Ladder Tracker, which puts this all together for you. So you're going to be able to track your own progress on the leadership ladder and also track the progress of your coaches. So that is on our team website. Really wanted to screenshot it, but I think I can trust you guys to download it and take a look at it yourselves. So I posted here that all files would be uploaded to the team website, but they've already have been because Ashley's a rock star. She does things in her sleep. So everything is there. I don't know if you have the internet in front of you, but if you do, you should be able to find it in the documents and resources section. Here's my advice. My advice is to first go through this yourself. Download the tracker for yourself, and then download the to-do list or checklist for your next level of the leadership ladder. Okay, so if you're currently a team builder and you're shooting for team leader, download the team leader checklist and start incorporating those activities into your planner and start doing them, right? And then maybe once you get the feel for it, you do that for 7 or 10 days, then go back and look at the other stuff and be able to reach that. That way you're able to reach out to your coaches and say, hey, I'm ready to help you start doing this too. But you can't help them until you help yourself and show yourself that you can do it too. Okay, so that's, oh wait, I do have a final slide. And then I see that I've got some questions or something coming through. So, okay, so the bottom line here is this. Our goals in this business should be focused around the leadership ladder. My personally sponsored coaches recently received a questionnaire from me about their 2017 vision. By the way, let's just stop for a moment. How many of you guys have created a vision board for 2017, since that was last week's activity? Oh, I just saw this happen. Like everybody on the call just went like this. So, right, so, you know, I meant to bring this up at the beginning, but I really hope you guys do that, because if you remember from last week, it's so important to understand that all the strategy in the world doesn't help you if you don't have your vision identified. So that vision is so important, and it doesn't have to be a like trifold board, you know, school presentation of like a vision board. It can just be something you do in PicMonkey. You know, you can tell yourself you're giving yourself 30 minutes to create it, no more, and just get in there and either post some images or make some bullet points, whatever speaks to you. You guys need to hone in on what you want out of this business. And then once you know what that is, now you know how to achieve it, because now you know how to go step by step up the ladder. You're not going to shoot from business starter, shooting for organization leader. You know how to get to the next level, and then from there to the next level. It's all step by step. Okay, so our goals should be focused on the leadership ladder. That should align with our vision, right? Your growth in the business is a balance of commission along with growing leaders, recruiting coaches, building a team, and helping those people hit Success Club. That's where the success in the business comes from a financial perspective. Team volume is the driver of your business and of your ladder advancement. And then, of course, like I said before, make sure you're talking about this with your coaches. Make sure you're duplicating this with your coaches. So here's the, I was putting all this together today, and I realized that because this needs to be the focus of our goals and of our getting started calls with our new coaches, that it should also be a huge core piece of our Coach Basics training. And it's right now, it's not part of it at all, because the Coach Basics training was created before Leadership Ladder ever came about. So I already have scheduled some new video filming for Coach Basics. So we're going to have a new focus of Coach Basics by the end of the first quarter, all focused around helping people achieve success with the Leadership Ladder. So hopefully that's exciting to you too, because I think that our Coach Basics is fantastic, and it's really great at answering questions for getting people, you know, understanding how to enroll customers and all that kind of stuff. But I think we need some more meat there. We need some more stuff surrounding activities for ladder advancement. So, okay, so I think I'm ready for questions. I'm gonna look and see, I think I have some chat things happening, but let me hit my stop screen share. Okay, so what are the checklists called? You mean like on the website? Hang on one second. Let me see if I can find them. She told me she put them up there, but I haven't looked, so hang on. I'm looking. I don't see them, so maybe they're not up here. Maybe they're not where I thought they were. I told her to put them in documents and resources, so let me follow up with her, but I have the files in front of me. They're basically the title of each checklist starts with that level of the ladder. So business starter checklist, team builder checklist, team leader checklist. So they will appear like that once they're there. And then of course the leadership ladder tracker is that overall tracker. Hang on, I'm gonna pull it up so you guys can see it, because I think I can screen share this too. Maybe. Okay, I don't know, can you guys see this? Don't mind my 1,000 browsers. Okay, so this is where you would track your week leg volume for 4 straight weeks. This is something that I've done personally, Chris and I have done this personally with some of you. Your personally sponsored coaches and how they stand on their Success Club. Your commissions for 4 straight weeks. And then of course your weak leg volume and coaches with Success Club points. So this is going to help you kind of keep track of like where you're falling short. If you need, coaches to be hitting Success Club, or if you need to build your weak leg stronger, those are all important things to know. This is the actual, these are the documents that are being uploaded for you. So this is what they look like. So I screenshotted them, but you can see there's sort of like a daily to-do list, a weekly to-do list, and a monthly to-do list, monthly items. So it's pretty cool. It's like that for all of them. Cool. Okay. Okay, so let's see. We do Success Club recognition. Will this change to Leadership Ladder? It's not going to change, but we're going to see an addition. So you're going to see an addition of Leadership Ladder recognition too. So Success Club is still important because, as you know, it's one of the core parameters for every level of the ladder. So Success Club is sort of still our basic focus as far as what we're shooting for, each month. But you're going to start to see recognition toward Leadership Ladder also, for sure. Okay, Jackie, hopefully I will follow up with Ashley, but hopefully you'll start to see those checklists pop up. And yes, the Body Electric site. So the Body Electric website, for those of you who might be new, is just thebodyelectric.us. You'll click on the members section. You'll log in with the password. It's really fancy. And that's where you can find these checklists, hopefully in the documents and resources section. Okay, does anybody have any questions on any particular rung of the ladder or your specific current situation or what you're shooting for, or even how to help your coaches with this? Anything I can address right now? Yeah, I know, Jackie. I feel like this just makes it clearer. This just gives people like an official something to follow, right? And if you're legit, if you can say at the end of the day, I've been following these activities every day, every week, and every month for 3 or 4 months, you're going to start to see that take effect in your business. This business plays a little bit of catch up with us. So the activity that you put out in November, December, you're going to start to see the reward of now and in February. That's kind of how the business works. And so I'm excited for people to get started with these activities because I feel like this is what you should be doing. And you're going to be able to see that progress just from doing it. And when we have our conversations and you're like, well, I'm not really doing this one thing, we're going to know what that is, right? Okay, so how do we see our team's current leadership ladder? I see it, but I don't know if it's like hang on, let me look. I'm pretty sure I know where it is, but one second. The first thing that I would actually encourage is for you to have them look to see what their level is, so that they, kind of like I had you guys do a little bit of research before tonight's call. I wanted you to be a little bit familiar. I would have them look and then report back to you, and then you can track their volume and everything. Yeah, so there's actually, hopefully it's there for you too. In the sponsorship drill down, I have a category called ladder rung. Do you guys have that? It is like, so, I'm sorry, what?
I said, I know I do, and if it's not there for people, sorry, I'm overstepping maybe, but just make sure you're checking your report filter that you haven't unintentionally unchecked that box.
Yep, good call. Good call. So there should be a category on your sponsorship drill down in your Coach Online office that says ladder rung. And like Abby said, if it's not there, check your parameters for your reports. If you are, even if you're brand new and you don't have a huge organization, even if you just have like one coach, start talking to them about it, start talking to them about the leadership ladder. Ask them to just see what level they're at, what they want to shoot for. This is going to give us a way to equate activity to what they desire. And I don't know about you, but I feel super relieved too to have something to give everyone, because sometimes you have a coach that comes on board and they really just want to do quarter force. Like they really don't want to do anything else, right? They just want to press play. They want to maybe lose some weight. They want to get their confidence back, and that's totally cool. And I love that we have a way to guide them too. So we have a way to guide people who just want a discount and just want to treat it like a hobby. And we have ways to help people really maximize their income and treat it like a true business too. So this is going to be meat and potatoes for us. What should we say? This is going to be our reds and yellows. Like it felt weird saying meat and potatoes, reds and yellows. So, okay. Any other questions, you guys, while we're live?
Yeah, Jenny, I had a quick question. So I was looking through my leadership ladder stuff, and it used to show up that I was business starter up until I missed November, I think it was. I didn't hit Success Club. But I did in December. I showed up actually on the recognition page, but it doesn't say it on my mobile site anymore. So I was kind of confused. Is it because I'm an Emerald now?
So it's on your Coach Online Office online on the website?
On the website, there's the recognition page that actually lists everybody that hits those rungs. Mm-hmm. And I was listed under that as business starter, but it's not showing up on my mobile app for some reason.
Have you signed out of your mobile app and signed back in since then?
Yes.
I don't know. That would be a question for like tech support or something.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if it was because I bumped up to Emerald or.
No, I'm sure you're, I don't know. That's weird.
It said I qualified in December, so.
Yeah. I mean, you hit all the benchmarks, so you should be. So I would I don't know I would screenshot it. You can send it to me and I can escalate it if you want, or you can just call in and see what they say.
Okay.
I know Tara's had some trouble with hers in the past too.
Yeah. Okay. That's all I was wondering.
Yeah. And it changes, you guys. Like it's constantly changed. It's like everything in our online office, right? Like people are always like, whoa, this is weird. Last week it said I was active or whatever. It changes, our Beachbody weeks begin on Thursdays. So as of 12:01 tomorrow morning on Thursday, that's a new Beachbody week. So everything kind of resets back to zero. So just remember that when you're looking at your reports and everything too. Okay. Any other questions? Hi, Rob. Awesome. Okay. All right. So your homework then, I should have done a little slide for this too. Your homework is to download the tracker. So the Leadership Ladder tracker, and to start completing that, right? And then also to download and print, or however you like to do things, your particular checklist for the next level of the leadership ladder for you. So I want to reiterate, I know all of us want to be executive leaders or organizational leaders, but if you're a business starter, you know where you're going, right? But you, just like a regular ladder, jumping might cause death. So, you know what I mean? Like, don't try to jump from the bottom of the ladder to the top. Just is a bad idea. So you know what to do next, right? Just look at that next level and master that before you move on. Cool. All right. So if you guys have any specific questions, or if you want to take a look at your specific business, I'm happy to do that with you. We can set up some sort of, did you guys know that Facebook Messenger now has this video chat capability? It's so fun, right? So now you don't just get voice messages from me, you can see me. So anyway, so we can always do something like that if you want to take a look at your specific business. But you guys, this is our reds and yellows. This is our meat and potatoes. This is what we're going to shoot for going forward. These are the activities that our coaches are going to need to be following in order to see true success, right? And that's not just the rank, it's what you're doing. It's what you're achieving on the leadership ladder. So thank you guys for taking time out of your night. And this recording will be uploaded tomorrow in the team page. And I will for sure make sure that, even if I have to do it myself, that the documents are there for you guys too, because I want you guys to hop on this while you're excited. So have a good night. Yay for ladders. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.